My dad was born in Lynn, Massachusetts. He was a churchgoer even as a youth. The priest at the church got him a scholarship to Brown to be a swimmer.
As Raymond Hall, a boy from Lynn, Massachusetts, follows his religious calling into adulthood, he is heading for a strange and unexpected rendezvous with history, as his son Pete explains.
On graduation from Brown, he went directly to Episcopal Theological School up in Cambridge, Massachusetts. 3-year program. He became ordained as a deacon, went to Fitchburg, Massachusetts as a deacon, and after a year was ordained as a priest and took a position in Lowell, Massachusetts. In 1942, he volunteered to go into the Army and was assigned to Fort Benning, Georgia, where the paratroop training was. While he was there, very few people were coming to church, and he figured that if he was going to be an effective priest, he would have to know what the men were going through. So he volunteered in his mid-30s to go through jump training with the 18-year-olds, and wasn't easy. He'd come back home at night, and the stories were that he'd be all aches and pains, but he persisted. Interesting, he said that the first few times he was ever up in a plane, he never landed. He had to jump about the first 11 times he ever went up. When he volunteered, my mother wasn't too happy with 2 young kids. I was about 6 and my brother 3. And when he went overseas, it was tough for her. But he did well with the men over there.
In the early morning hours of June 6, 1944, over 13,000 American paratroopers with the 82nd and 101st Airborne Divisions made night parachute drops over Normandy. Hall, as the Army's only jumping chaplain, was chosen to ride in the first plane, That's All Brother.
He was selected, as I said, for the first plane, That's All Brother. He was the chaplain aboard. He did claim, there's a picture of Eisenhower talking to the men before the invasion. He claimed he was in there, but it's hard to tell from any of the pictures we can see. And I think they said there were, I'm not sure if it's 13,000 paratroopers jumped that day. After a couple days on the ground, he carried no weapon. He had the cross on his helmet. He had to help the sick and take care of things like that mainly. But he got hit by a piece of shrapnel in the eye and had to be evacuated to England. It makes me proud to relate the story to different people. I think it's an interesting story, and I think he did well. He knew what his calling was, and he pursued it, and didn't let things get in his way. My pride in what he did continues to grow. It really does, seeing what he did and thinking about it more. It will be a meaningful day.